What's up, everybody? A little different live stream tonight rather than doing the full podcast style. We're out here working on some swim baits. You can kind of see what's going on there. Lots of layers. So we're demolding these, and then we're going to button them up with some eyeballs. So figured I'd hop on and talk to you guys because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do a real live stream tonight. Oh man, that one came out great. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it. Lots of layers there. Let me see. Not sure how to find the chat. Oh, there it is. Hello, David O'Neill. How are you, buddy? We are demolding some swim baits. Making sure everything fell down. Yeah. And hopefully we won't be out here long because I'm ready to go to bed. How about you guys? Yeah. Yeah. What should we talk about on our next casting creations? Let me know. Hello, Chris. How are you? Good name, by the way. Vertical stream. No, this is not through the fancy streaming platform. No. This is just me on my phone. I don't have any of the equipment up tonight. What's going on, Mike? Hello, John. Hello, Eric. Thanks for tuning in to watch us piddle around with some baits. Zazu baits. Zazu. Is that from The Lion King? That name sounds familiar. It is from The Lion King, okay. Very cool. Well, the biggest worm that I can pour the snake pattern in is 10-inch. It has to be open pour. Yeah, I think Zazu's the bird. It has to be open pour. Yep, has to be a hand pour mold for the snake. Or it has to be a mold, an injection mold that opens up enough that I can work the snake magic into it. Yeah. How's it going? Just about anything. How are you, man? See how this one does. Come out. Come out. Texas, how are you, man? Hello from Florida. What crawl mold are you looking for? Too Fresh is in the house. What's up, buddy? Too Fresh. Too Fresh. Yeah, these are the G6. Yeah. Wisconsin is in here. Okay. Oh, the coffin craw. Yeah, swims. Sometimes he sells, sometimes he don't. Yep. He is very, it's a little hit or miss. If you're trying the snake pattern worm, Just remember, it is all about timing and temperature. There's no shortcut to it. It's an absolute nightmare. Lake City, Florida, what's going on? What's up? So you're going to throw the G6 for pike. Very nice. Might want to pour that in saltwater blend, or maybe Red Label Hard if you're going to be throwing it after pike. Sweden. We have Sweden in the house. Man, I want to go to Sweden so bad. My favorite YouTube content creator is a lovely young lady from Sweden. She's from a village named Grundjarn up in northern Sweden, and her just where she lives is so beautiful. It doesn't even seem like real life. Absolutely amazing. The land of beer. Y'all, I have had so much beer lately. Woo! It truly has felt like the olden days for me, yeah. Hi, Anthony, how are you? Yeah. Thank you, Jared. So the new color from Dead On, Dopamine, got lost in the mail. However, I think it is now found, and I should have it tomorrow. So I'll be doing a dedicated video on that, and I'll tell you a little secret. Shh. There's another morph color just like it about to be released. So hopefully we'll be getting y'all some good content on both of those colors. Yeah. Because the color is not truly released until we make a video on it. That's the way it is. David O'Neill, how are you? We are cleaning up little bits of flashing on that hook slot insert. That's literally why I keep thumbnails. Yeah. Yeah, Travis and I were talking like 2 weeks before it was released, and we were comparing. He had a couple different versions of Dopamine, and we were talking about the different versions. He wasn't sure which one he wanted to pick, so he eventually went with both, and Dopamine is just the first release. Hello, Super Bait Co. How are you? Yeah, Mike. I'm a mail person. All of my bait sales go out USPS, so I put a lot of trust in the regular mail. But yeah, every now and then it's like anything else. Sometimes it's prone to problems. Travis Crossman is in here. Travis, every color in there is from you. It's your fault. Okay, so we have Triple J Baits. What's going on? All right, Trav, if you can see this, we need a orange to green morph. Okay, I'll let Travis respond and see if that's even possible. I'm not even sure. Yeah, I know lighting's bad. Once I get all these, I got 2 more. Once I get these out of the molds, we'll flip the camera around. Maybe show y'all a slight better view. Golly, this one came out perfect. I wish they all did that. That's what I want, right there. There's so much illusion, but they don't all come out perfect. Got a huge dragonfly in here. Orange to green, yeah. Harold Morgan, how are you, man? Guys, hit the hit the thumbs up. That helps the video. What your pet named you? Do y'all know what the best part of being out here tonight is? Can somebody take a wild guess? And remember who you're watching. What is the best part so far about this live video? Some of you true fans will know the answer to this question. I'm waiting. Somebody's gonna get it. Cool Florida breeze. Nope. No laundry noise. You got it. Yes. No laundry noise. You guys are true fans. I appreciate that. Yeah. That's the best part. Let's see. We have a question. Chris, I've been having trouble injecting a laminate in Arkansas Shiner. The top is coming out black. Do you think it might be the pigment? For the perfect Arkansas Shiner color straight out of the bottle with almost nothing you need to do to it, marsh grass. Laminate this over like a white pearl that's maybe a little cream color. So I would take any white mica powder and add a smidge of grit to it. That's what I would do. But no, I mean, the top color shouldn't really turn out black unless you're using black. You know, I mean, black, listen, black is the MVP color in my shop. It goes into almost everything, but it's also the most dominant color, so you have to use it very carefully whenever you're maybe trying to bring a powder accent out or add a little bit of depth to a certain pigment. It's very strong, so yeah. No, there's no washer tonight. No. Heller Outdoors, how are you? Guys, 56 people in here. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Missed the videos where you make baits with odd and unusual things. Yeah, those are fun. It's just hard to listen, you know, it's the whole content fatigue thing. You have to keep trying to reinvent the wheel and do things different, all within the confines of your content type specialty. So yeah, you know, I would love to do that kind of stuff again, you know, where I mean, I think I put crayons, candy, spices from the spice cabinet, all sorts of stuff. It's just, you run out of ideas for that, of what can really work. Yeah, I would love to do that. No drum roll right now. We saved Kool-Aid. Yeah, we saved the drum rolls for the long form videos. Yeah. Last one turned out nice. And I think somebody asked if these were capsule pours. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yep. There's a dragonfly in here the size of a bat. Good gracious. Would adding marsh grass to dopamine wash out the purple? Probably. I would be real careful. Anytime you mess with a morph, you're technically altering the very, very specific ratio of opposing colors. So like, it's always safe to add a little bit of blue to blue crawl, or a little bit of orange to it to bring out more brown. It's always safe to add a little bit of green to kiwis, or you know, any other morph. A lot of people like to add a little bit of red to a motor oil. But I think the more you mess with it, the less you're going to get out of it, for sure. That's actually a great question for Travis. If I can get him on Casting Creations, we're really going to get technical in the weeds about color theory, because he's got a lot of knowledge on that, and a lot of perspective on that I think a lot of people would find really interesting. Really interesting. For Morning Dawn, I would get Dead on Plastics Electric Grape and Dead on Plastics Dawn and laminate them. And then tweak it from there if you still want to make changes. But man, that makes a good Morning Dawn. Straight out of the bottle. Straight out of the bottle. Both of those. Yep. Straight out of the bottle. So yeah, hopefully, I don't know if Travis is still in here, but if he heard that, we need to get him on the podcast. For sure. Travis is still in here. Yeah, yep, we need to talk some color theory. You know, I think a lot of fans of the Dead On Pigments that we all know and love would love to hear about some of the thought that has to go into it without giving away industry secrets. But I know I would love to learn more. That would be a fascinating discussion. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I need to bring back the color wheel. Oh yeah, I don't have it anymore. We cleaned out the garage. I'd have to get another one. Yeah, I do need to do that. This is a great idea, saltwater baits. I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, where can I go content-wise that I really haven't done much of? And saltwater is definitely it. It's, you know, it's something I don't know a ton about, is artificials in saltwater. I know a ton about live bait fishing. But no, I don't know a ton about saltwater baits. There's not a ton of saltwater molds either. So, yeah, that's a whole, that's sort of a whole universe in and of itself. So, chartreuse and motor oil, yeah. Yep. Now I got to heat gun these swim baits real quick. Yeah, I mean, I've got several shrimp molds for sure. But that's about all you really see. You see shrimp, and then you see like little paddle tails, and that's really all we have. So it's just something I don't know a ton about. So the heat gun is to clean up little fragments of flashing that get between the mold itself and the bottom sort of circumference, or you know, the bottom of the bait. You get a little bit of bleed over. So I always clean that up, and the way to really smooth it out is you flash it with the heat gun, just like you would burn off flashing on an injection mold. Yeah, I mean, a squid is basically a tube with eyeballs. I mean, yeah, I can see a dedicated squid mold selling well, but I think anybody who's experienced with tubes can basically do the same thing. I am not a tube guy. That is like my weakest bait. I am not great with tubes. We don't really use them much in the thick grass and pads and vegetation here in Florida. I'm just not. I just don't know my tubes, people. I don't know my tubes. Now we're gonna add some eyeballs. Hey. Huh? Yeah, you can come say hey if you want. Okay. Do I ever make swim baits with a lead head hook inside or hooks in a wire? Yeah, man. Have you not seen the cutthroat? The new cutthroat shad? Yep. Yep, so I'm very new to that kind of thing, for sure. In fact, let me see if I can get one. Turns out I gave all my cutthroats away, so I need to make some more. But yeah, there it is. And put the the weight harness. Golly, I could never do this upside down. Yeah, there it is. Pretty cool. Stopped myself from buying it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, to me it's more mag draft than the coal shad. I don't like the coal shad. I don't particularly think the mag draft is a very high quality bait for what it is, but it's a great concept for sure. Yep, I definitely need to make some more cutthroats. I've got plenty of the hard plastic for it, and yeah, I just need to get out here and get busy. I got some new colors in the lead powder paints or powder coats, so we are going to we're probably going to do another video on the cutthroat, doing a little bit more advanced color building, maybe even some of my hand pour methods in it, while color matching to the lead insert, which is really, really fun. By the way, guys, King of the Hook is officially done. And by that, I mean everyone who can submit has already done so. So that's going to be coming down the pipe pretty soon. Pretty soon, yeah. A 12-inch grub for muskie. Okay, well, this is my ignorance speaking. Do muskies like grubs, I'm assuming? Yeah, they like some grub hub? If you can believe it, I have never caught a muskie here in Florida, so I don't know much about them. Oh yeah. Oh well, yeah. New Hope. Yeah, good. Yeah, dude. You're like the grub king, aren't you, or the muskie king? Yeah. I need to feature this in a video. Yeah. By the way. All right, we have a theoretical question. I'm going to give you one color and one style of worm to fish all next year. One color and one style of worm. You knew it was coming. Mm-hmm. A snake. Look at this snake. Yeah. 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 Yes, sir. Yeah. Creepy snake. Creepy snake. So I have a whole set of those snakes that I'm just kind of like holding for when I'm on a special bite somewhere. It's not a worm that I can throw often or that I can make often. They're very stupidly labor intensive, but I'm kind of addicted to the result. So I don't fish them much. I don't have them much. I've seen my dad catch a bass on one. I don't know that I personally have actually caught a bass myself on one of my snake pours. I've caught bass on some of my like kind of crazy blended worm pours that had a bunch of colors all melted into it, but not something quite that. Um, Not something quite that good. Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm really excited to fish the snakes that I do have. Yeah, got like a mix here. So I've got some of the snakes in the open pour, or excuse me, in the top pour stickworm, right? So like a Cinco snake, and then I've got some ribbon tails. So these are like the ones that I'm just gonna hopefully throw one day. But you know, I don't want to waste them on a crappy bite when there's only dinks biting, and I'm gonna tear them up and ruin them. Like it's got to be a special day. It's gonna have to be one of those trips where I'm confident I'm not gonna waste one of those worms, because they are a pain in the ass. Let's just be honest. Yeah. No, dopamine is coming tomorrow. It's in the mail. Yep. I was supposed to have it yesterday. I wouldn't have been able to film with it yesterday or today. Um, so as much as I want to have it, it's not really affecting my filming schedule with it. Videos take me probably 6 hours to film now, because I take my time a little bit more and I care about the shot and the lighting a little bit more. I recently just bought a whole new camera and lens to upgrade the picture image quality. So videos take me a long time. So it's not something that I just can come out here and do in a couple hours anymore. So the snake pour. The snake worms, if I do a full set of 16, is over 3 hours. Now, that's if I don't have any puck material already. So my most recent set, I still have pretty much all the pucks. So that's enough to make a couple more snakes. So we've got dead on grit here. We've got a couple different variations of brick. Both of these are brick colorant base. Just one is a lot darker than the other. And then this is grit, orange, and yellow. Yeah. So, like I said, the snakes are cool, guys, but it's just not something. It's kind of like this. It's loony, but it's cool. Like, this is what gets me really excited. This is why I keep doing this stuff. It's because it's so much fun. But it's not something, you know, it's not something that I can make a lot of. Yeah. Thank you, Super Bait Company. Thank you. Yeah. All right, so same question, but a more practical color. One worm for the rest of the year in one color. Let me also make sure my battery's not about to go. Okay, 25%, we're good. Yeah, there's no fast way to truly blend color. This is almost all poured when the molds are hot at full pour temperature. Only the first layer is cold poured. Same with the ribbon tail. So I'm handling these molds hot. It's very timing based and everything else. All right, one worm for the rest of the year. I still got to go 10-inch ribbon tail, probably in some kind of purple or blue craw, maybe. Yeah. But that might change once I see dopamine in the flesh, because I'm very excited about that color. I think it's gonna have vibes of everybody's favorite Lureworks color, Chameleon, but it's going to have more of that green in it. I'm really excited for it. Yeah. Let me flip the camera around real quick and show y'all what we've actually been working on. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So yeah. And there's my big pile of snakes. Yeah, as y'all can see, the table's a mess. Table is a mess. Yeah. Pretty cool. Alright, we'll set this back up. Yeah, I hope everyone who wanted to participate in the King of the Hook contest did. If you missed out, I'm sure we'll do it again. But yeah, there's such great prizes. Thank you guys. I'm glad y'all like the swim baits. Grand Zammy TV, how are you? How are you? Okay, last one. Do I have any pink motor oil color? No, but I'm sure I could add pink to a motor oil base and make a pink motor oil. There's no law against that. So that would actually be pretty cool. There we go. If I get attacked by a giant, whatchamacallit, dragonfly, just know, it's knowing you guys. Yeah, boy, those came out nice. Chris, how do you get the, oh, hold on. How do you get the pumpkin skin color? I used to fish with that color all the time. Pumpkin skin, I'm not sure what you mean. Watching your videos inspired me to dive headfirst into pouring and ejection. Amen, sir. Big man in a small boat. There are great panfish molds, buddy. You can get all of your favorite panfish baits in a mold. and grab some Dead on Plastics medium blend or swim bait blend and go to town, buddy. Yeah. I'm not like a super duper, experienced panfish bait maker, but I do have panfish molds, and they're awesome. They're absolutely awesome. So you can check those out at Angling AI. Oh, yeah, and many other places like Jacobs. I think Jacobs Baits probably still has the biggest selection of panfish bait molds. All right, got the swim baits done. Elgramite, yeah, I'd like for them to do that. Josh has told me he would do it, but unfortunately, there's not a lot of room to reimagine, right? One of those molds, and he said it would just look like everyone else's, which I can kind of respect that. That's what kept him from doing a lizard for so long, is because, well, if I do a lizard, everyone's going to want a smooth body lizard. They're going to want it to basically look like the Zoom lizard. There's almost no point in making a lizard mold that deviates from that too much. And he was like, I don't want to just make a lizard copy, but I guess eventually he decided that he wanted to, just some of these things. Some baits have to stay really, really strict to the design, and so that's not as fun for the mold maker. So, mold makers that are serious about designing and creating, I don't think they get as much satisfaction from making just a plain Jane replica bait, even though you kind of have to fill out your catalog as a business. I don't think they jump all over that kind of stuff. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, there are more panfish bait molds now by a factor of 30 than when I started bait making. There's a lot of options. A lot of good options. A flux scale mod, somebody will copy it, yeah. Yep, it's all coming. Wisconsin has big mosquito. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, I'm glad my swim baits turned out. I've got a couple of hickory shads that I have to pour in the big 7 1/4 inch. So I've kind of got them pre-dotted there on my kill dots. So I'll fire those up in the next couple of days. Yeah, so the Vexus mold was actually, Josh was basically hounded by some of his employees to make the Vexus mold. And the Vexus is sort of taken after an old Bittersbait shape from Bittersbaits. So that's how that happened. Like, Josh drew it in like a day. He was like, yeah, I made this new creature bait for Ronnie or for someone. They just really wanted it. So I'll send it to you if you want one. It's like, heck yeah, man. I was so happy to get that mold. It is, for anyone on the fence about getting the Vexus mold, it shoots flawlessly and it looks good in the water. I have a great video on it. Pumpkin seed color. Are you talking about like the kind of orangest pumpkin seed? Do I believe fish actually key in on the kill dot when they eat it? I don't know. I would say if they're keying in on anything, maybe it's the eyeball. In terms of visual. But, you know, adding the kill dot, it's very noticeable in the water when put next to a bait without it. So the same color, the same bait, both are the same shad color. One has the kill dot, one doesn't. It is very visually noticeable. And look, you know, even if it just makes a 2% difference in angler confidence, then yes, it does make a difference. Does the bass see it and think, let me go bite the kill dot? I don't know. Who can say? Who can say? Pumpkin seed color? I don't know. That sounds like something Lure Works would have, just right out of the bottle. I don't know, man. Not a color I've messed with a whole lot. Oh, man. I'm tired, y'all. I'm looking forward to going to bed. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna hopefully fish some snakes before too long. So I'm definitely gonna hold. A lot of people wanted to buy these Cincos, and I was like, yeah, I kind of want to hang on to those. You know, this could be super cool to catch them on this. I did get a customer photo last week from someone who had some snakes, and they had caught several fish on the same snake worm. So I was really happy to see that, because I don't sell them cheap. They're so hard and time consuming, so they're very expensive, and so I don't want someone to tear one up, you know, on the first cast and get nothing out of it. So that was cool to see. Let me go throw these up. Won't throw a crankbait without a kill dot? Yeah, maybe so. Best way to clean water spots from the inside of a mold. I mean, Angling AI always recommends warm water and Dawn dishwashing soap. Anytime I've tried to clean the inside cavity of a mold, I've always messed it up. Yeah. Thanks, New Hope. Yeah. Yeah, the snakes are special. And we're still getting a little better at them each time. A little bit here and there. Yeah. We've gotten better at our at controlling the layers and blending and everything else. Yeah, I'm not sure if you could use alcohol or maybe a really good aluminum polish. I don't know. I'm not sure. Not sure. But there again, look, if it's just water spots on the molds, you know, pour baits and see if the baits look good. Like if the finish of the bait is still, you know, good and not dull and shiny, reflective. If it's not affecting the baits, I wouldn't worry about it. Not worry about it. Thanks, Cliff Fishing. Thank you so much. Oh, I think I'm gonna head out, guys. We've been out here 45 minutes. Woo! Yeah. But yes, a video on the new dopamine dead on color coming soon. It's going to be sweet. I hope everybody checks it out. It's going to be an amazing color, and we're going to do it justice. We're going to film it right. We're going to do a full color profile on it, show it in a few different molds, and really show you how to find the sweet spot on it. I think it's going to be cool. Thanks, Ruger guy. Thank you. Yeah, no problem, Jared. Of course, anytime. Anytime. So. Here's something neat. Show y'all one more time. Those are the pucks that went into that. Lots of layers going on there. All right. So I start with the black, then I go to this green pumpkin, which is basically dead on melons, then a little bit of that blue behind it, then the orange in the head, and the white pearl belly, and then the marsh grass top. That's what you're seeing. It's really hard to get my camera to focus on it. Yeah, really cool. Really cool. Yep. Alright, gang. We're going to lay this back out and we're going to get out of here. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We had great turnout tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the questions. And we'll see you guys in the next live stream. Whenever that will be on the lookout for a new video. Dead on Plastics Dopamine coming soon. Now I got to figure out how to get off of here. I never know how to end a live stream. We will figure it out one day.